Yo, what's good, Liz Fritz? I'm your guide, Q, and today we're looking at entitled parents. I've been very critical of this subreddit in the past, and that has not changed at all. I'm just gonna check out what, the top posts of 2021 were, and see what it's like. Is there anything good? Is it all just blatantly fake and insane? Let's find out. Neighbor lady is mad I won't let her kids use my pool unsupervised. I just moved into a new place with a pool out back. Neighbor lady comes up to the fence the other day while I'm having a beer and doing some yard work. After the greetings and whatever, the rest goes like this.
The people who lived here before would let my kids use the pool in the summertime. They're really sad about not being able to anymore.
Why guilt trip me? Just ask. Oh, well, I don't mind. As long as you're there, I can't watch them.
Well, the last people would watch them because their own kids were there too. They'd just sit out back.
Okay, well, I can't watch your kids. If they're going to be in my pool, you have to be there.
I don't have time. I don't know why you can't just sit there and watch them so they can swim.
I had no idea how to respond to this. She caught me off guard. Now I think I need to change the lock on the gate because I'm afraid she has a key and will send her kids over alone. I don't have a problem with the kids using the pool, but I don't want to babysit the kids of someone I don't know around water. So, this definitely does not come off to me as fake. I totally believe that this could happen. I guess I'm just wondering why this is, one of the top posts of 2021, aside from a couple other ones that I did not want to include because they involved, actually abusive parents, and I just didn't want to bring that super seriousness into this video. But yeah, this just seems like a random person that you could actually run into. Just a very unreasonable, strange individual. So I guess good on you, entitled parents. We got 1 out of 1 stories that seem genuine and real, just might be, not that interesting, which is one of the consequences of telling a real story on Reddit. Sometimes they just don't have that flash that people want. Alright, so this post is a cross post from Am I the Antagonist or Am I the Asshole, whatever, another subreddit that I am enemies with. Let's get into the story. My sister and mother demand I watch the new baby 3 out of 7 days a week. Cross post from aita, I got a few comments saying this would belong here. My 25-year-old female younger sister, 21, oh shit, okay, so she's 25, her younger sister is 21, I got confused, is pretty pregnant. For the last few weeks, she has been demanding that my SO, 27 male, and I babysit her newborn every weekend, Friday morning to Sunday evening, so she and her SO, 21 male, can have some cool-off time from being parents to not overstress. Each time, I have laughed at her and shut it down with a quick, nope, I won't be, and she gets mad that I'm not helping her out. Yesterday, she got our mother involved. Mom called me and asked why I was being a self-centered bitch, so selfish she didn't raise me this way. I told her I was a grown-ass woman with my own house and life, and that if I wanted to watch kids as a second job, I'd fucking have some. She sputtered out something about me being a horrible person and hung up on me. My SO and my one aunt is 100% with me, however my mom, dad, and the other 900 family members and friends they got involved are calling me out on Facebook and blowing up my phone. Quick edit for a few of the same comments coming up. My mom knows the full story of what my sister is asking. She essentially did the same thing with me when I was a bit older. She sees no issues with my sister getting this as well. I've never had a good relationship with my family besides 16F, aunt, and grandparents. I talk to my mom, sister, dad, maybe twice a month. Okay, so for this post in the context of entitled parents, I think this is a pretty good story. It sounds like a thing that could really happen if you just had a horrible family. If this story is true, your family sucks and you have every right and reason to only talk to them twice a month. I do not understand why this was posted on Am I the Asshole, because it is so clear that this woman is not the asshole. It's so reasonable to not want to spend your entire weekend watching your sister's kids as a free babysitting service. It's not even like a babysitting service. It's like a live-in fucking nanny or something like that. It's absolutely insane, and any reasonable person could see that. Your family must be unreasonable if this is real. Alright, now this is the absolutely fucking insane entitled parent subreddit I am used to. Your bar isn't child friendly. There's too much alcohol. Backstory, I work at an alcoholic bar that essentially turns into a club at night. This man just came in with his toddlerish kid, ordered a shitload of beers, and essentially let the toddler run around my bar and do whatever it wants. It made its way behind the bar while I was attempting to piss on my break, and hit its head on something. Imagine my surprise when I exit the bathroom and immediately get yelled at by this guy about how the child's misadventurous accident was my fault. The exact quote is, "This place is not fit for a child. There's too much alcohol and wires behind the bar." Yeah, maybe because I run a bar, not a daycare. Essentially, I hate kids and incompetent, entitled parents. Edit, this is once again an opportunity to tell Americans that cultures other than their own exist. Southern European bars are often frequented by adults with their kids, and it's considered normal here. However, I do wish they'd look after their rats and not blame me for their misconduct. Okay, so I used to work in a restaurant where kids would bring their kids into the restaurant and sit their kids down at the bar with them, but it was a restaurant, so it was sort of a gray area. I know that people bring their kids into bars. It happens. In my, intuition here, I feel like this story is based on a real thing that happened where a drunk guy brought in his kid and was unruly. The kid was probably running around and being a nuisance, but there's too much alcohol in a bar is a bridge too far for me to believe after that point. Like, I cannot, unless this person was so blackout drunk that they were just, word salading all over the place and did not know what was going on at all, that is not a statement that I can believe was said. But people that work in, really grimy bars, let me know if this is an experience you've had. Alright, so this story is really creepy. The kid next door, using binoculars to peer into my window, was picked up by my security camera. Parents freak out that I'm using cameras. Backstory, neighbors have 3 boys, all under the age of 7. In my first encounter with the mom, she promptly tells me, not asks, that her kids wander. I naively thought that might mean there would be a Rogue Ball episode or something, so don't protest at the time. Our yards are unfenced and we share a driveway. Oh boy, was I wrong. My yard, back deck, front garden, and even the inside of my house were seen as an extension of their space. These boys would even have sword fight tournaments on my back deck off my kitchen. The parents would literally do nothing. I was put in a position many times to ask for more privacy as it was affecting my work and a general sense of well-being, as I am a very private person. It took some push, but finally things got a bit better. But they still wander, however, to a level that I am not willing to cause drama over. This past early winter, I decided to put in security cameras. I live alone in a not-so-great area, and I wanted some peace of mind. I also wanted to document encroachment in case it got bad again. In that time, the cameras have picked up a lot of encroachment from kids, but I did not raise the issue because the relationship with parents is peaceful and I want to keep it that way. Fast forward to yesterday, my camera picks up a clip of the middle kid peering into my window with a pair of binoculars. I sent the clip to the parents explaining that one of my cameras picked it up, and that I am not comfortable with this behavior. It is inappropriate and an invasion of my privacy. They sent a note back saying that he was only trying to see if I was home so he could say hello. Then insisted on knowing more about my security cameras, what they can see, and if they pick up the kids playing in their yard. I explained that they don't, as they only pick up motion in my yard, but if the kids are in my yard, which they are a lot, they are recorded. The parents are insisting that I take the cameras down. The lesson is, entitled parents raise entitled children. I'm frightened to see what kind of adults these kids will turn into. Who knows if I'll be here long enough to find out. And then they add an edit about wanting to get a fence, but fences are super expensive, especially right now, which is also a problem that I'm dealing with. I hate not being able to have a fence. Okay, so I think the thing that bothers me about this story is that it seems like it could be plausible with, like, really, really neglectful parents. And I want it not to be real because I'm extremely concerned for these kids if it is. Like, I know that kids are annoying and, like, yeah, sometimes kids are just bad, but they are also victims of these neglectful parents. And, like, the parents being cool with their kids running around in another person's yard, that is obviously rude and an invasion of privacy, but, like, on some level might not cause that much harm. If they're letting their kids just peer into someone else's window, that means that they're cool with their, like, 5 to 10-year-old kids just seeing whatever an adult woman might be up to at any given time. Like, that is so, like, if that's the level of neglect, these kids are gonna run into serious problems very soon that the parents will not be able to ignore, and it's just deeply concerning, and I hate thinking about that. But this story, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, so this is another just crazy title from Entitled Parents. EM tries to open my sleeping daughter's stroller, almost loses teeth. Title is pretty self-explanatory, but I still can't believe it happened. Featuring me as myself, EM as entitled mom, and NK as nice kid. So it's a nice day out, and I decide to give my spouse a much-needed mama-only time, so I take my girlie out for a stroll. Almost immediately she falls asleep, which is alright considering it was about nap time anyways. Cue the drama. A young girl, probably 6 or 7, comes up to me and the stroller, which is shut so my girlie can sleep without getting sun in her eyes. I don't know why, but just referring to your daughter as girlie, there's nothing wrong with it at all, but it's just funny to hear it twice in a row. NK.
Oh my gosh, can I see the baby?
Sorry, kiddo, she's having a nap. If you want, you guys can meet me at the park when I'm done with my walk in a little bit, then you can say hi. I was going to walk to a local restaurant for a coffee and a bite, and then was gonna head back. The park was pretty much right next door. The little girl sounded a little disappointed when I said sorry, but perked up when I said the park. Then the demon arrives.
Let my kid see the baby, please.
Sorry, you must have not heard me. She's having a nap right now, but on my way back, you guys can meet me at the park and say hi.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. Let her see the baby now.
She reaches for the top part of my stroller when dad reflexes kick in and I smack her in the hand. The commotion causes my daughter to wake up and get fussy. She's only 9 months old. If you do that again, so help me God, you will have broken bones. You hear me?
You're threatening me. I'm going to call the cops.
It's not a threat. It's a promise. You touch my daughter, and I will bury you.
You're an asshole. She just wanted to see the baby. Fuck you.
EM exits stage left. I storm off, cool down, and go get a chai. Holy fuck, I honestly don't know what she was thinking. Even offered to let her see her in like a half an hour. Some people. Edit, I've gone for dozens of walks and stuff before and have never seen these two before. They must either be tourists or just moved here. I really hope they didn't move close to me. Edit 2. I typed the first part weird. I'm the baby's dad, took her for a walk so her mom could have some time to herself. I appreciate all the strong mom comments though. Alright, so what the fuck? What is this story? I mean, I still do believe that entitled people exist out there, but just like the opening the stroller, the whole everything this guy's saying, it's not a threat, it's a promise. You touch my daughter and I will bury you. Like, are you trying to get your script approved for the next fucking Avengers movie? Like, I don't know. This just does not come off as real to me. If it is, obviously this woman is disgusting, but please give me your thoughts. Alright, so generally, I think that little exploration of the Entitled Parents subreddit was bearable for me. Like, I enjoyed it, but I will only ever enjoy Entitled Parents if I am allowed to make fun of the fake stories. So let me know what you think. Do you like Entitled Parents? Do you think it's still good? Do you like hearing me make fun of it? I do have an Entitled Parents playlist, so I'll put that in the top corner of the screen if you're interested in checking it out. No emo outro today, just not feeling it at at the moment, but I would like to give a major shout out to Hannah, Matthew Kendall, Caitlin, Beth the Dork, Ashton Jacobson, June, Rocket Fist Rick, Alicia, Kennedy DeSilvis, Tapey, Hyper Ninja Child, Jared D, Regrettable Stitches, Allison B, Kaya Bay, Brittany, and Catco, as well as everyone else you see on your screen for being top tier channel members. I appreciate you guys, and I hope everybody's doing super well, you know, skating on to the best of your abilities, drinking a sufficient amount of water, reading some Jeff the Killer fan fiction. I hope you're all just absolutely killing it in life, and yeah, I'll see you super soon. Skate on. Peace out, Cub Scouts.